Very well. I'm all good.
Do you always travel with 17,000 people?
I try not to, but it kind of happens, unfortunately. It's a big campaign we're on.
Tell me about it.
We've all got a big job. It's the World of Vision. Vodafone sponsored World of Vision. World of Difference. And we're basically trying to place 500 people in different charities around the country. And so that's what we're doing. We're travelling the country. We're talking to people that did it in 2009. Our lovely girl here.
Hi.
Hello. What's your name?
I'm Libby.
Hello, Libby. Nice to see you.
And so we're going around and we're spreading the message and just trying to get as many people involved with charity work as much as possible. And Vodafone, what they're doing. Well, that's very nice. Is it wrong for me to say yes? I don't want to sound arrogant, but I'm very lucky because I think I make good TV shows about good real people, and I think there's a certain amount of ownership that comes with that. So it's nice to be a voice of the nation.
I know when we first met, you cringed because I am ginger.
Stop that. You can't say that. That's malicious. I'll get you done for slander. You can't say that.
Well, I know I'm a tribute to Burton's, but the thing about me is I try my best, and you have to make the best of a bad job. That's my saying.
You might not be able to polish your turd, but you can sprinkle glitter on one.
Can you? That's what you do so well. I've read your book, and the thing about it is we've had the same upbringing. I was a fat child and still now think I look like Rick Waller. In your head, how do you think you come across now? Have you dealt with all that?
Do you know what? I think we're always dealing with our own self-belief and our own self-image, and I don't think we ever are going to be in a space where we feel entirely confident about ourselves, which is why I enjoy doing the job that I do, because I meet real people that are going through real issues, and I learn something every single day with the people that I'm with. So it's an ever turning circle, isn't it?
I think women more than anyone really love you because you've made people who don't necessarily look like Victoria Beckham feel attractive. Why is that so important to you, to make people realise that actually Victoria isn't normal? About 3 stone heavier, 4 stone or 5 stone heavier is normal.
Yeah, I think we need to be very, very careful about what language we use with that, because if we turn around and say Victoria isn't normal, there are a lot of women out there that are very slight, that is how their body is naturally formed. I think that we need to be very, very careful about belonging to a sense of community, and that women need to feel that they can look different and they can feel unique and not have to feel victimised about it, which is why we make the shows. And they're still fashion shows, they're for everyone. So, for instance, we are on our catwalks, we have different models of different sizes, and we do the makeovers and stuff. So we try to represent absolutely everyone.
We're going to get back to volunteering in a minute. We've got 15 minutes left with Gok Wan if you want to get through and speak to him. 0845 303 3333. So many texts saying thank you for empowering them. Would you stand up and let me describe what you're wearing today? Because I know my punters would like to know. You're all in black, which I love. I always wear black because it's good for the man boobs, but you don't have any. Why are you wearing black? Have you been to a funeral or something?
No, I haven't. Nearly yours in a moment, if you carry on like that. I like wearing black. I've worn black for many, many years, and yeah, we didn't kind of describe what I was wearing, though, did I? You just went black. So come on then. So in your expert opinion,
I don't know anything.
In that fabulous shirt you're wearing right now, you describe what I'm wearing.
I've no idea. Look, you look so good. I'm just a pair of... Look, let me stand up.
Right.
A pair of jeans and a shirt and some rubbish shoes. I mean, that's as good as it gets.
It's a brilliant outfit for radio.
It doesn't matter, though, does it? Who'd have known that cameras were coming in today? If you'd have said, I'd have put my little sparkly red number on.
Oh, I wish you had done.
So what is that? Is that a camisole? What would you call it?
Do you know what? I'm just wearing a very, very simple sweater. I'm wearing a pair of black trousers and a pair of white trainers. There you go. I mean, not very glamorous at all.
And you look tremendous, and congratulations.
Oh, you are gorgeous, as always.
We haven't got time to talk about your story in full, but really you've come so far, both emotionally and physically as well, and it's not easy, is it?
And do you know what? I don't think any life is easy. I think all of us have, different traumas and, different struggles in our lives. And, which is one of the amazing things about working on this campaign, I have to say, is that I'm meeting literally hundreds and hundreds of people that have got a real life story. And, how many times do you get that opportunity in your life? It's brilliant. Vodafone have sponsored the World of Difference campaign. Okay, so they did it in 2009 to start off with. This is the second year running. And what Vodafone have done, they're putting 500 people into placements in different charities around the country. So it's as easy as this. You choose the charity you want to go and work for, and you have a little word with them. If they agree to it, then you go online, you fill in an application form, and it's as easy as that. If you don't know the charity you want to work for, then you you can go onto the charity matchmaker, which is online again. So you just put in your details, and it will recommend different people in your area. And what's really important about this campaign, I think you'll agree with me, Libby, because you did it last year, is that you have the opportunity to work for the smaller charities in your area, not just the big glossy ones that are based in central London. It's because so much help is needed around the country. And the reason I got involved is because I've done charity work most of my life, and it's great now that I'm in a position that I've got a profile that I can put some press into it. But that is working with just one charity. By doing this campaign for the guys, I'm touching at least 500 different charities around the country, and to me that feels amazing.
And I know it's a cliche, but you do get out what you put in, don't you? There's something very rewarding about giving something for nothing.
Absolutely. And the thing is, there's no point in having or doing the job that I'm doing if I'm just going to keep it all to myself. It's pointless. It means nothing. And so, like I say, it's about sharing. Did you enjoy it, Libby?
Oh, well, I did. I mean, I've been working for the charity now voluntarily for about 2.5 years, and having this chance to actually spend 2 months just doing nothing else was fantastic. And it wouldn't be the sort of thing that a small charity like Village to Village would ever be able to afford for anyone else to do.
Tell us about that charity then. What is it and what did you do?
Okay, so Village to Village, it's a small international development charity. We basically support projects in Tanzania, so whether it's helping people with HIV and AIDS, or people who are farmers, or even just school kids to sort of expand their opportunities for education. Then what I got to do was to sort of set up a programme to recruit volunteers, both for the UK and to go over to Tanzania to support the projects directly there. So now we've got sort of teams in universities set up who are sort of dedicated.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
The word,
it's great. Just to hear a story like that is just so empowering.
And why you? I mean, there are so many celebrities who take and turn up for the free glasses of champagne and don't give anything back. Why does it matter to you so much that you do try and help out?
I think my own personal journey when I was younger, if I knew about different charities that maybe I could have sought help with, I think my own personal path would have been slightly different. And you never know that for certain, but I'm making the assumption it would be different. And then a few years ago, I became ambassador of a charity, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the work. It means so much to be able to go and do something which feels worthwhile, because I think that often what we can do is we can get so wrapped up in our own worlds, whether it's kids, jobs, career, money, whatever it is. You sometimes actually forget that you do belong to a community, that it's our nature to go and help people, but you just get so caught up, and we're not bad people for doing that. It's just that we're a massive country. We're very important in the world, and it's everything seems to be engineered at work and money and success. Sometimes the smaller things are the most successful movements for me, and if that is going and doing a day's workshop with a bunch of kids, whether that's going and writing something which is going to help someone, or giving somebody a bit of profile, then to me it feels great.
And in terms of when you were younger and much bigger than you are now, was anybody there to help? Because it seemed like you were in a very lonely place. What advice would you have for parents today whose kids are big?
I think it's about having a path of communication. I think it's about being honest, and I think it's also about supporting each other as well. And my parents were great when I was growing up, and it wasn't as if they weren't supportive. I wasn't supportive with them because I never discussed anything with them. So it's about having that. It's about being vocal about how you feel about yourself, definitely.
And do you think coming to terms with sexuality and who you are as a person is a big part of that as well?
Yeah, I think so. I always say if anyone can come out, then they can do anything in the world, because it's hard. You go through a very, very big adult emotion at a very young, tender age, and I don't think that anyone should have to be in fear of losing the people that they love because of their sexuality, and But it's a hard time. There's lots of kids out there struggling, and hopefully some of these kids will benefit from the Vodafone campaign, because there's charities out there that are helping kids coming out, helping kids who have eating disorders, helping kids who are obese. There's lots of them out there. So, again, this is another reason why I'm working with the guys, is because I feel that I can now spread the message.
We will give the plug for the website and everything in a moment.
I can do that now. It's www.vodafone.co.uk/world of difference. There we go.
That'll be £35,000 £1,000. How do you give confidence to young women who have kids and have horrible bodies in their opinion and are lacking in self-confidence? How do you get back on form?
I think it's about having a relationship with your mirror. I think it's about, again, being vocal about it. So if you don't like a certain part of your body, if you don't feel entirely comfortable with your skin, your hair, or whatever, I think instead of falling into the world of self-deprecation, which is what we tend to do, then I think what you need to do is you need to be very, very honest with that. And parents do have a role to play. And so if your child is suffering, or you detect there is some body dysmorphia going on there, then I think you need to sit them down and have a chat with them and say, it's okay for you to feel like this. What can we do about this? Let's work with it together.
I've had an offer from a clinic to get rid of my gobble gobble. This is a thing that's bothering me big time, this double chin thing dangling here. How do you feel about surgery? Is that okay, or is there other ways?
Do you know what? The thing is, I think since I started working on How to Look Good Naked, people think that I'm anti-surgery. I'm not about anti-anything. I'm about choice, and I think people need to be given choice. If a nose job or a boob job is going to make you feel better, then I have no right to tell you can't go and do that. What I'm against is women out there being told unless they have the nose job or the boob job, they will never be successful or never be loved or never have friends. And that is what I'm really against. It's ridiculous. All of us have choice. It's about having that choice given to us.
And the man boobs, what about those? I mean, they're my
I'd quite like to massage them, actually.
Would you really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
yeah.
let's go and
Give
play
me a moment, I'll climb over the desk.
And thank you for coming in. It's always nice to see you, Gok. And thank you very much for coming in.
You're more than welcome.
Thank
you very much.
Good luck in Newcastle.